what's going on, world? It's your boy Najee from Cigar Talk, and today I got a very special guest, man. Seated to my left, he's one of the best coaches in boxing, man. We here in his gym. I got my man, Derrick James.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
What's up, good brother? How are you, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
I got the pleasure to see you and Frank just, going through the routine just now. Frank, obviously, this is, his biggest fight, really
no
big
doubt.
moment.
No doubt.
You're no stranger to big fights and big moments. How do you prepare your fighter for a caliber of fight like this with Gervonta?
Well, first of all, Tank is like, probably in America, like the face of boxing, right? And so there's a moment. Then at the same time, there's a skill set that you have to make sure that he counter punches. He's a great fighter. His time is amazing. So you just kind of got to work him on all aspects of all possibilities, because you never know what he's going to do.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to work with him on all aspects of all possibilities and everything.
The deal with Tank, right? Like he's a skilled fighter. I think his skills don't get as much credit just because of the power.
Right.
But like, what do you do to train somebody who's this good, or like people like you say, is explosive power. He's a pound-for-pound fighter. Like, what do you do to train for that?
I think you just have to prepare all possibilities, because you don't know exactly what he's going to do, but you have to prepare for if he does this, if he does that, if he does this, if he does that.
Yeah.
So there's no definitive answers to what he's going to do,
Right.
but at the same time, you have to just be prepared for everything and be very, cautious and premeditated on everything.
How you feel like Frank's mindset is going into this? Because, like I always say, like, when somebody's going into a big stage that they haven't been, you don't necessarily know how, how it's going to look, or if it'll look different. How do you feel like Frank's mindset is, knowing him and how everything's been prior to this fight?
I think it's good. I think that, it's a fight that, it's like, what's funny about it is everything's happened so fast for Frank since he came over, and, I think this is like our 7th or 8th fight, I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's happened so fast for him, from fighting the kid from Dominican Republic, I can't think of the guy.
Oh,
Michelle Rivera.
Yeah.
Then after that, he fights another cat. And
Autumn.
So what happens is just keep building. And that's what Tank is. It's at the top, so you just got to stay focused. You got to go in there and be mentally prepared. So it's like training's gonna be rough. It's gonna be ugly. I'm gonna do some stuff to him to kind of push him to the edge and see how he engages in that. If he breaks or if he, whatever. So we'll see.
How do you gauge being an underdog, right? Because I would say most people definitely, as far as Vegas is concerned, they're gonna consider Frank the underdog just because it's Tank. Does that change the mindset of the fighter when they coming in where most people are saying you the underdog?
I'm gonna say it depends on the individual, what kind of will they have and what kind of, and what's funny about it is, if you look at life, like every one of us underdog. So you just gotta channel in on the energy that got you to the point you are, because Tank's an underdog.
Yeah.
And as long as he keeps thinking like that, he's gonna keep fighting hard. So I think, if you have a cake life, good sweet life, is different.
Yeah.
To be able to dig deep. So it's like that's where the training component comes into, where you have to train very hard, work very hard, and hopefully mentally, because it's all mental. You know what I mean? Like what you talking about is mental. Being an underdog or not. If you, everybody's an underdog at one point.
Right.
Everybody's a nobody. So it's like today's your day. If this day your day, whatever day's your day, but got to capitalize on each opportunity.
Yeah, no, for sure, that makes sense. Obviously, you got one of the biggest rosters in the game as far as how you training, as far as stars. Another big fight you got coming up, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney.
Yeah.
How you feel about the fight? Before we just get into anything else, how do you feel about where things are and just going into the fight?
I think that, first of all, they have a history that I have nothing to do with. So I don't get really kind of get engaged in that stuff. But my focus is just this fight, getting him to be able to do what I need him to do, and be successful. And other than that, the antics that have nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna get into it. Yeah. And so I just think that they have their own history, and you just got to be able to be focused. Be focused on what you want to do and who you want to be.
Do you feel like all the stuff that he's been saying on the internet the last few weeks, does that does that make you as a coach feel like it's taken away from focus, or do you feel like it's still like, he's able to do what he's doing on social, but he come in the gym and still, do that?
I don't see one thing he did.
Oh, like on social media?
I'm on social media, but
not really.
Plausible deniability. One of my best friends is a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
If I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it, because I didn't want to see it.
Right. But I know you heard about what's going on.
But listen, that's hearsay.
Yeah.
I mean, I said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. So I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
All I focus on, even when I told him, I said, you keep that
Yeah.
outside the door.
Yeah.
Then I was like, no, keep that shit outside the gate.
Not even at the door.
Well, not at the door, at the gate. Yeah. I don't want whatever. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want y'all talking about it. So when they were talking, cut that off, man.
Right. No, I feel that. I think it's just interesting because, I think Ryan, you and Ryan's relationship is still new as far as the training relationship.
Right.
I know, I seen an interview with Joe Goosen before, and he said you don't train Ryan Garcia, you collaborate with Ryan Garcia. Yeah, right. I don't know exactly what he meant by that.
I know what he means by that.
Do you feel like that?
No, I mean, you crazy as fuck. Hey, man, you can't. You can go if you don't want to. If you want to get down, you can go. I mean, it's like it's a big door. Everybody gonna work with you.
Yeah.
But it's like the people I'm not gonna quit on him. But I'm not gonna. I think that's just the giving up aspect of it.
Right.
Because you don't know how to reach somebody, so you just kind of like, whatever. No, you're gonna do what I want you to do. We're gonna do it, or it's gonna be over. I don't need them.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like in a harsh way, but I'm like, yeah. So it's like we come and we work together, we grow together, we're gonna bond together. But at the same time, it's like, if you feel like you got it, then hey, you got it.
Right. Is training him different than your other guys? Like obviously you've been with EJ, Joshua been up in here. Like you got some of these big guys. Is it the same?
What do you mean training from what perspective?
Like just the way that you train them and train him. Like I guess are the responses the same?
Well, put it like this. Everything is about developmental, right? So it's like you just work on the skill set, developing this, developing that, developing this, developing that. Yeah. So everything I do, I focus on working on something. Every day is working on something, not necessarily just working them out. I'm not working them out, I'm working on something particular. So you just want to kind of build. And so, it's not any different because even like you be able to get like Errol, you still got to, because this is the thing about these fighters. It's very funny. They always have an idea how they want to fight somebody until it's not working.
Right.
Right? And you really don't want to find out it's not working during the fight. So you want to, hopefully they got to have an aha moment. Okay, man, I'm tired of fighting with you.
Yeah.
Let's just get it, And really, so like maybe two of them never did that. Joshua never did that.
Oh, yeah?
No. And then Frank never really, he may have some ideas, but he never like
Like went into his own.
Right, yeah, everybody.
Like I said, when Ryan did the shoulder roll in the last fight,
it's like, I think that everybody, that's Floyd's thing, right? Yeah. I think that's his thing. I'm in my era, we wasn't really copying nobody like that.
Yeah, like doing it.
You would see something like, okay, I can enhance my game, but this. I'm not gonna try to replicate it.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, that's what.
Okay. Well, what do you see? Like, let's break down the fight. Like, because Dev, obviously, one of the best jabs in the sport. He got footwork. I think he's really good at great at long range. Mid range is good.
Right.
I don't think he fight inside too much. But when you breaking it down to you, like your boxing brain, what kind of things do you see you could take advantage of somebody like that?
Well, I think every one of the new little young fighters all kind of fight the same. In a sense, so it's like other than Tank, right? Everybody, all these guys try to have a long range game. If you watch them, Shakur fight kind of like that long range game. A lot of them, not just those two guys. A lot of those guys, they fight very similar, right? Yeah. And I think that they all use something that they saw somebody do and they like it, so they try to stick to that or whatever. Yeah. I think that Tank has the ability to. We're not even talking about Tank. What we talking about?
We said Devin. But say what you was going to say about Tank, though.
Tank has the ability to be a boxer
Yeah.
and a puncher and a banger
right
at the same time. But Devin it's a good boxer, man. He's like he's very educated with his jab, and he's able to create all these aspects of boxing. So for me, I just have to not let him be himself, right? I mean, you know, because if you let someone be themselves, they have the time of their lives on you.
For sure. That's what happened with Regis to me.
Right. I mean, but when you let them be themselves, I mean, right? It's like it's a different situation.
Yeah. Do you, as a coach, do you have preferences as far as the fights that come up, like who you want them to fight, like with Ryan?
I'm not in it.
Oh, you don't have?
I don't care. I mean,
you don't ever tell them like, all right, let's take this.
No. I mean, but like this, there's a point to where, if like they say we have these fighters and 3 fighters, whatever, which one, I could choose, right, or whatever. But it's not like it's a big name, a big fight. Go, no, I'm not doing that.
Right.
But if it's a choice, it's
like options.
Oh yeah, then it's different.
All right, because when they had, remember it was like Rolly. They were saying, all right, either Rolly or Devin at one point. They was going back and forth.
Right. All right.
Would you have went with
I
Devin or
would
Rolly?
prefer to fight Rolly first.
I agree.
But I mean, it's like that didn't happen. So I think that the more, because really it's like it's a relationship. The more and more you bond, the deeper you get together.
Yeah.
I think the stronger the situation is. But so it's like, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you know, it is what it is. You gotta make the best out of the situation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, a lot of fans, you know, everybody love EJ, man. Everybody, like, you know, we haven't really heard from him since the loss with Crawford. As far as media is concerned and all of that shit, like, you know what? When you speak to him, like, where is his mind at, or what's the energy with EJ?
I mean, I'm focused on my other guys, so I'm really not. I talked to him like maybe 3 weeks ago, or whatever. But it's like, and we talked like for Frank and Tank or whatever. But it's like, you know, you just got to focus on everybody. You can't look back. That's the issue. Everybody keep looking back, right? And you can't move forward and looking back. You're gonna bump into everything that's in front of you.
Yeah.
So I think that mentally, I guess he's okay. You know?
Yeah. Do you feel like, because I feel like only the fighters and the trainers know when somebody still got it. Like, I don't mean got it necessarily physically, but mentally that he still want to keep going in the sport because he's accomplished a lot.
I think that everybody should have won it. Ray Leonard should have won it. Ali still wanted it. You know what I mean? So I believe that when you do your deal, and it's like, hey man, when the song starts singing, you gotta you dancing or you go ahead and start putting those chairs up. You know what I mean?
How do you know when it's that time? How do you know as a fighter when it's like, all right, it's time?
I mean, it's never that time for fighters. I mean, they're never gonna say openly like, you know.
Mike Tyson about to fight.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, how do you as the trainer be like, all right, I know based on this?
Well, I mean, it put like this. I don't think that if he's healthy and everything is good with him, he can keep doing what he want to do.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're not healthy and your physical fitness or whatever is not right, then that's the issue or whatever. Right. So I think that you just have to be whoever you are and whatever you want to do. You know.
Okay. I ain't trying to retire EJ in this conversation. I'm just
saying,
saying,
you do what you want.
I ain't trying to retire.
Right, because everybody gotta.
I like to see him at 54 personally.
I mean, everybody, hey, that could be that's him. That could be a possibility for him also.
Yeah. Is it possibility to you a rematch with Crawford? Like, is that something that you would want as the coach?
I mean, that's up to him. I'm not involved in that. I mean, like the fighters fight who they want to fight. You know what I mean? I don't.
But you don't have a preference? Like, would you want to see that?
Put like this. I would say this. If you're going to fight, I would think that would be the fight to fight. Only because, I mean, if you're going to fight, that's what I would think.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, because it's like, nobody else, you can move in another direction, but, finish that deal out.
Right. Okay. All right. Lastly, tell me about Joshua, man, because now it seems like everybody's saying he's having a resurgence, even though I personally don't count the Ngannou thing as serious to me. You know what I'm saying? And as an MMA fighter,
in boxing, every fight is serious. I mean, you get in the ring, it's serious because the implications of injury. I mean, being knocked out, or being hurt, being broken up, or whatever. So I think that I think that he's been who he is, right? I mean, he's been who he is. I mean, he's not, and he is the biggest thing in boxing. I mean,
but why do I feel like he looked better now than maybe a couple fights ago? Like, you know what I'm saying? His last 2-3, it looked a little different.
I mean, I don't think he looked better now than he looked 2 fights ago. I think that he's getting it down. I mean, he's getting the shit. You know what I mean? He's getting it. You know what I mean? So it's like you get it down. I mean, you get more comfortable in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Then you're able to, you know, do better. And competition matters, but not. And Ngannou is very difficult because he's unpredictable. You don't know what he's really going to do.
Sure.
But you can't just fully have an idea, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
So you got to be able to be present enough to engage off what he does.
Because it looked like he was using that stab jab and then he faked it and threw that right hand.
I mean, it looked good. I saw. I didn't get to, because when I was out and about.
Yeah.
But when I got back, I got to watch it, you know. And I talked to him, whatever, so, you know. Yeah.
Do you think, based on what you see in this gym from Joshua, that he could beat Tyson Fury?
I think that, because you can't, I don't think about how Ngannou fought. Like I saw Fury say style make fights.
Yeah.
And it's true. But I think that he has the ability to beat him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he has the ability to beat him, yeah.
Yeah. What about, because Fury got, you know what I'm saying, that when he started leaning on you with the weight and doing you see how he zapped Wilder energy a couple times with the weight and all that.
But damn, this is another guy who just almost,
big.
just his size, but not his size.
Yeah.
Just as big as he is, but not his size.
Right.
So it's a difference, you know. I mean, you know, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Last question, man. How you determine who you let up in here? You know what I'm saying? Because you got a name, you got a reputation. You say you let anybody?
I don't let anybody up in here.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
If you think about it, you notice there's no chairs in there.
Yeah, it ain't.
You know why?
It ain't people just chilling in there.
You know why? Because I don't want anybody to be comfortable.
Mm.
I want you coming up in there. You know what I mean? Like your friends, your cousins. My father's never been to my gym before.
For real?
Never. No, I got cousins who did one of my cousins, he just got out of prison 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Did 31 years day for day. You want to come? No, man. I mean, because you just like this. Who? If I'm working at a register at Walmart, my people standing right next to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm on the job.
Right.
You can't be you interfering in my situation, whatever I'm doing. No, man, I'm not. So I don't. I mean, because it's like this. What chef lets you in the kitchen when you cooking your food?
Right.
Who let him get out of you? Man, come on, man.
Right.
So for me, it's like I'm not even getting involved like that. I don't, because people get too comfortable. You let him show up with one dude. I almost done let you in here today.
I know. You was looking at me like, yo, who that? I was like,
No. When he called me, I said, man, I don't know, man. I don't really know. Oh, yeah. I said, man, I don't know. He's like, I said, who is this dude? I mean, it's really because you got to realize people, man, nah, man. But, you know, really, it's like, you just got to be, everybody want to do what they want to do, but it's not what they want to do, because it's my life, so it's got to be what I want to do.
Right.
Can't let anybody interfere with what I want to do, what my goals are, because I don't want to hang out with your cousin, your people like that. They ain't my people. Yeah. That's why I don't bring my father, my cousin. My father lives about 10, 15 minutes, and they ain't never been there. I'm from this neighborhood, in this area. Yeah. None of my friends, other than a couple of real close guys, have ever been here before. My older brother never really comes in the gym, you know. Man. So it's like, hey man, you can't make nobody feel comfortable in your situation because they'll never leave.
You're right. I feel fortunate that I'm up in here. Shit.
You in there, man? Yeah. Hey, look,
hey, this is my second time.
I was gonna say, man, I said, who is it? Who? Yeah. I said, man, all right, man. I mean, I was like, really, I was like apprehensive. Like, no, man. Only because it's like, you know, hey, man, I don't have to entertain your people just like I don't want you to entertain my people.
Right. No,
I'm gonna respect you enough. My cousin, my father, they're not gonna be all up in your face.
Look at the videos.
Yeah. That's right. That's what they're gonna be doing. So it's like, so we're just gonna be keeping respectful and say, listen, Our people ain't coming, your people not coming either, you know?
That's why I think your approach to this shit is why I felt like how Ryan is, or I don't know, outside, y'all feel like opposites, kind of.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I would love to see a training session. Like, what does that look like?
But what it happens is, I'm not going, you know, hey man, we had some words before, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm like, hey, that's a big old door.
Right.
But nah, we have conversations, and you know, it's like, I think that, especially with these athletes, these superstar athletes or whatever, people not accustomed to telling them
Telling them the real.
the real. Or I always say, listen, for everybody out there who dealing with a fighter or dealing with some athlete, look at it like this: if you tell them the truth and they don't like it, they're gonna fire you, right? But if you don't tell them the truth, they do something stupid and get in trouble, you're gonna lose your job anyway. So you may as well tell them the truth.
Right.
Tell them, I mean, be honest with them. Listen, man, this is how I see it from my perspective. That's some dumb shit.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, I would, or whatever. You know,
Whatever it is.
like, bro, don't do that. Don't do this. And like, I'm just telling you from, I'm looking at it from the other side, right? So it's like, you really gotta, regardless, you're gonna lose your job.
Yeah.
So you may as well tell them the truth and be honest and say, listen, I told him, he gonna look at you like,
Right.
I mean, so yeah, so you gotta really just kind of like not be scared to lose your job. I mean, listen, man, I still work. I still train people like white collar boxing or whatever. So I still wake up 4 a.m. training people.
Damn.
So it's not like boxing is the butter and the bread, but it ain't the bread and the butter. You know what I mean?
Still gotta,
Yeah.
All right, last question. Do you like press conferences? Sometimes when I see you there, I be thinking like, man,
Well,
Derrick James don't want to be up in here.
Well, you know
man.
what it is?
That last press conference, you look
No.
bad. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not like you have to appear to be engaged in some way, right?
Right.
But it's like, what we gonna talk trash to each other? I'm not gonna talk trash to you. I'm not gonna engage it because, you know, I'm always reminded you have a foundation. You have a foundation. You gotta do this. So it's like I can't, you know. So I work with the kids, so it's not like I can't be out there like that. I can't, you know.
Yeah, do how you.
So it's like I just gotta. So really, I'm just like.
That's what I said. When you be in there, I'll be like, yo, James ain't trying to be up there.
Cause see, I'm not mad at them. That's the thing about I'm not mad at them. Listen, we're co-workers.
Yeah.
You just gotta understand. You can't make the money you make. We can't make the money we make without you. So we need each other. Yeah. So as crazy as you want, like the friends, the cousins, they don't like nobody. Man, I'm not getting into that because I'm not fighting anymore.
Right.
I'm on the side. I'm on the low. I mean, and you know, so yeah, that's not an issue. But I do my best to appear to be engaged.
Yeah.
Even though they're talking some BS. I'm like,
Yeah, you be. Yeah, I be watching
yeah.
you.
So my wife was like, "You always look like you don't listen." So now I'm looking at.
Oh, now you gotta look there.
I'm looking at, I got really like, but really I'm like, man, you know, hey, yeah, bro. I do my best, man.
Nah, I feel like, man. Yeah, listen, I appreciate your time,
Yeah,
brother.
no
Thank
doubt,
you for
no
letting
doubt.
me in the
You're
gym.
welcome,
I
bro.
appreciate you.
Hey, listen, man,
words,
you gotta
for
be
real.
hard. You can't let people treat you the way they want to treat you.
Yeah.
You gotta be treated the way you gotta demand them to treat you the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Like, listen, y'all can't let you. No, yeah, we ain't doing that.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be back next time, hopefully. Yo, this is my man Derrick James. Super dope episode. I appreciate you, brother.
Right.
We out of here.